Good afternoon, class. My name is Tom Marius, and this is my demonstrator for today. His name is Sheldon Jr. He is my nephew. Today we're going to be doing a speech demonstrating some of the things that we spoke about in my informative speech as far as discussing the use of force continuum. Today we'll be specifically talking about level 3, or the third level of the use of force continuum, as far as using empty hand techniques. Now, to better explain to you what I mean is, the human body is basically consists of, a nervous system. And what law enforcement does is try to use the suspect's nervous system against them to basically bring them under compliance. Today we're going to be actually learning more about a straight armbar takedown, which could be used in law enforcement, but also in any real world situation. If you attempt to get mugged or anything like that, or if you're ever in a fight for your life, these techniques can actually be used to save your life and to properly defend yourself. Okay, now there are several nerve endings in the body that, when hit with the proper amount of force and hit in a certain manner, can actually completely debilitate a subject, regardless of size, regardless of pain tolerance or anything like that. It's just, you hit a certain spot and they fall. Alright? There are certain nerve endings that run the length of the leg that is called the common peroneal, and if hit there with a proper knee strike or a blunt force weapon, that subject can drop. Okay? For example, if I'm in the escort position and I'm actually escorting my suspect out and he were to buck on me or try to get away from me, I can then pull him and execute a knee strike to that common peroneal. Okay? Now, there's also nerve endings in the arm. There's the tendon nerve right here, or the tricep nerve right here, that when actually in the escort position and you're escorting him and that subject were to try to pull away, I can then execute my straight armbar. Now, the proper way and the proper technique to execute a straight armbar takedown will be is, if you're in the escort position, okay, you're going to take whichever hand, especially if you're dominant, you would prefer to be on the left side. If you're left-handed, okay, be on the left or the right side of the subject. And what you're going to do is you're going to basically take the ridge of your arm, alright, this part right here, and you're going to focus on the pocket area right here where the wrist meets the arm. And you're going to drive that arm, and you're going to do a rotating motion down. Now you see, I'm not even applying hardly any pressure, and as I'm doing it, automatically my nephew's body is already sitting him towards the pavement. Okay, so it's very handy, and it doesn't take a lot of force to use. Okay, it doesn't take a lot of effort at all. Just proper technique and proper fundamentals, and it will work 99.9% of the time. So I'm going to get to where I'm most comfortable, and I'm going to execute the straight armbar takedown slowly so that you see. Alright, now notice I have his wrist facing towards me, and then I have my right arm, and I'm using it and applying it right here in the tricep area, particularly over the elbow, just above the elbow. And I'm basically going to drive, and then I'm going to step back, and I'm going to sling him to the ground. And then once I do that, place my knee on his lower back, bring his shoulder around, and get his hand behind his back so I can apply my handcuffs. Okay? Alright. So, in fast time, if I were escorting this subject to my vehicle to be searched or just to be detained for whatever reason, and I have him in the escort position, and we're walking, and he were to buck, I'd just simply do it just like that, okay? Now, what's good about the escort position is you have a wide variety of options, okay? If I wanted to, if he were to get violent or get disruptive, okay, I could execute a knee strike, or if I wanted to, I could issue a forearm strike, okay, to the brachial plexus origin, which is that nerve that runs down the length of the neck, alright, known as the jugular and stuff like that. Alright, so I can do it like that, and if I do that, I can just carry my momentum on that way. Alright. So there's a numerous amount of options. Okay. And my computer just shut off. So, we're going to do this once in real time, and that will conclude the end of our speech. So we're escorting to the vehicle, and he were to buck, and he bucks. And that basically completes my speech. Thank you for your time.
Dude, that was messed up. We might have